Hey guys, welcome back to Eternal Midnight. I'm Chad. I'm here with Santino. What's up today, man?
Hey, dude, how are you?
Good. So, for the past couple weeks when we've been doing these, what have we really mostly been doing? We've been doing a lot of crime. We did a Edge of Tomorrow. We did a couple of crime thrillers. So today we're just gonna do just like a almost like a laid back, relaxed, just a comedy that I love. And I suggested to Santino, I'm like, dude, if you just want some stupid shit to laugh at that I genuinely think is hilarious, dude, you gotta watch Eurotrip. So just tell us, what'd you think, man?
I had fun with it, honestly. I really had fun with it. I laughed a lot, and it was a nice mood because well, as you know, it's quarantine for all of us. But I was and in the Philippines, we're back into lockdown. But a few weeks ago, it wasn't a lockdown, so I was able to sleep at a friend's house, sleep over at a friend's house for one night, and I basically suggested it to him, and we had a couple of beers. We got a bit buzzed, and yeah, we watched, and that's the kind of movie that this is. It's a movie like you can get drunk and just laugh at because this movie's pretty shallow. I
Oh,
mean,
very. It treats like all of Europe like it's only like a couple hundred miles big.
yeah, like it's the movie's very shallow, and well, I'm glad it embraces that fact because you're just here to laugh at the dumb stuff in the movie, and I appreciate that. I mean,
I
like,
mean, the whole plot of the movie is really the main dude Scotty thinks he has a guy pen pal in Germany named Mike. He gets wasted and tells the pen pal to like fuck off. And then the next morning he finds out that it's not actually a guy named Mike. It's this really gorgeous German chick named Mika. And
yeah.
he's like freaking out, and his best friend is like, dude, let's go to Europe and find her. And he's like, okay. So they fly to Europe, they meet their two best friends that are siblings, and the whole movie is just them going across like exaggerated versions of all these countries and just crazy shit happening to them in each city until he finally finds Mika in Rome when the whole world thinks he's the new pope
And bangs her in the confessional.
and bangs her in a confession booth. That's the level of class that this film has.
Yeah, man, very good. I mean, like, and honestly, like, I had a fun time, like, laughing at it. Like, that scene when they were going to the nude beach, and all the guys, like,
It's all
look
dude.
at the hot sister. The sister was hot.
Yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg played because the two friends they met up with were twins, and Michelle Trachtenberg was the girl, and she was gorgeous in this movie.
Wow. And then, like, what else? I did like when they went to Amsterdam. That was hilarious. And, like,
Oh, there was like 3 stories in Amsterdam. Scotty and Jenny were eating what they thought were hash brownies, and they weren't. Cooper, the main dude, Scotty's best friend, thinks he's going to a sex club. He actually goes to like a torture dungeon where the main dominatrix is Lucy Lawless, the chick who played Xena, which was random but awesome. And then what's his face? The brother Jamie goes up to get his camera fixed, and he winds up getting lucky in the alley and getting robbed, and he doesn't even care.
that was the best. That was the best story out of the 3. It was like my friend and I were laughing so hard, but like he was getting lucky, and it's like, "I just take it, just take the camera." Like,
He
yeah.
just throws everything at the guy. He's like, here, just take it. Yeah, so just, I mean, in all honesty, there's really not much to say about just like a really stupid, raunchy comedy aside from just scenes that really make us laugh. Or, I mean, even some of the random cameos. Like at the beginning of the movie, there's this rock band when Scotty gets dumped by his girlfriend, played by
And the
Kristen Krug.
camera.
Oh, she's hot too. And the lead singer of the band is Matt Damon, of all people.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I was laughing.
There we go. How catchy was that song?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Scotty doesn't know.
Veronica and me, and I do on the bounce. I'm like, wow, man, like that sucks, dude. And, like,
If I had a better voice, I guarantee I could probably sing the whole thing right now. But my
Like-
voice sucks, so I will not subject you to that.
I laughed so hard with the. I actually laughed the entire Rome sequence made me laugh. Where
When they were at the Vatican.
where he rang the bell and everyone thought the Pope was dead, and then
He
he
lights the Pope's robes on fire.
and it goes into like the ceiling like oh they've chosen a new pope, and then he goes out and then like with the freaking like dress and like it's the new pope, and then they're all like bowing down, and the actual pope's like what the fuck.
He's like watching on TV and he's like, well, I'm still alive.
Still alive. It's the new pope. I'm still alive. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, this movie is one of those movies. It's just like, we obviously aren't going to go over everything on it because, I mean, it really is just a series of short comedic scenes.
Yeah, I mean, like, this movie, it's like,
it's just a stupid comedy. That's really the only way to put it. It's just a stupid, raunchy teen comedy, and it works. I don't understand why this movie is like almost so shit on and forgotten about. I think I love this movie. I love watching it.
It's hilarious. I mean, like, okay, yeah, it's dumb, but credit where credit is due. The cast was great. I felt like
they had great chemistry, the four of them.
I felt like they were able to work off one another. Like usually, like that's hard when you have a team ensemble. It can either go one way or another way. Like it could work really well, like Avengers, or it can work really poorly, like Rise of Skywalker. This is one of those where, like, I'm serious. I'm sorry for people who like Rise of Skywalker, but like, in Rise of Skywalker, I felt like they were just arguing half the time, and they didn't really care about like the mission, and they were just like arguing. And Finn was arguing with Poe, Rey was arguing with Finn, and like it was just like there was no cohesiveness, there was no team effort. But in this one, it's like these four, I felt there was a bigger team effort than those characters from Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I'm serious.
These four legitimately always felt like they were having fun with each other. Even scenes like at one point they're in like some like shithole country in like Eastern Europe or something. That's like, and they portray it like the war just finished. Like buildings are still destroyed, and it only costs like, what did it cost them? Like 5 cents to stay at a 5-star hotel or something like that. So they massively over exaggerate it, and like, they go to this club, they all drink absinthe and get wasted, and then they see the one guy, Jamie, making out with a girl, and they're like, God damn him, he's getting lucky again. And it turns around, he's making out with his sister.
Oh yeah.
They both like realize it and freak out, and then it's like the next morning, and all of them, Scotty's sitting there, he's hungover, Jenny and Jamie are both kind of sitting there like awkward, like they don't even want to be near each other, and Cooper, the asshole, is just standing there, biggest fucking grin on his face, and he's like, everyone have a good night last night? I know it was crazy for me. What about you guys? And they're like, fuck off.
That was hilarious. I
agree. They did such a good job. The four of them legitimately felt like they'd been friends for years.
For years, yeah, exactly. And I mean, like
they argued the way real friends would argue with each other. Like people who've known each other's for like since they were like, 9 or 10 years old. Like they're able to give each other shit and still forgive each other for it, and not be like, if I just met you, I would hate you for talking to me that way.
Exactly. And I like the friend dynamic they have. I mean, I think that's what this thing does well is the dynamic of the friendship they do. I mean, like usually a lesser movie, I'm not saying Eurotrip is like a high standard movie. I mean, like usually a movie that's not as good would paint it like, all right, we're these two guys, my girlfriend dumped me, and I'm gonna meet the hot German chick, and we're gonna meet one of our friends, like, and then the two siblings will be introduced in Paris, and then you know, like there's no connection there. But in this one, it's like, no, we're gonna have the siblings meet at the party, gonna interact to show their dynamic, and then they're gonna meet in Paris again because they said like, oh, we're gonna go there. So I appreciated that. Like, oh, see, that's where they're coming from. So I enjoyed that aspect of the writing. Where
exactly, like you said, it's a shallow story, people. Don't go into this hoping for a story full of depth. I mean, come on, it ends the most cliche way ever. I mean, Jamie gets a job traveling the planet, which is exactly what he wanted, taking photographs. Cooper and Jenny wind up together because the whole movie they've both been wanting to bang people in Europe, and then they wind up with each other. They actually joined the Mile High Club on the way home from Europe, so that's cool. And Scott goes to college, and it turns out Mika, who he banged in Rome and said goodbye, and they'll stay friends and talk over email, she becomes his roommate.
Yeah.
And then the whole gag is, oh, I guess they thought I was a guy. So now he's living with his girlfriend, I guess. So it's like, it's dumb, but if you're looking for a laugh, if you're just looking to sit back, like you said, sit back, crack a few cold ones, laugh with your buddies, listen to lots of swearing, see some nudity.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of female nudity in there. I mean, there's a decent amount of male nudity in this too, but there is a lot of female nudity in this movie.
It was really just like, you're here. This movie has just a sole purpose to make you laugh, and that's it.
And it worked. I thought it worked.
It does work. I mean, like, don't expect anything deep like Schindler's List or Joker, because that's some kind of thing. That's not this kind of movie. It's just a movie to make you laugh, and this is a movie to watch with the boys or your friends.
You're gonna sit back. You guys are gonna sit and bullshit with each other, and you're gonna pay attention when something funny is happening. Like, who's it? Who's your boy who showed up in this movie? Vinnie Jones was in this movie. He was a crazy soccer player or football. Sorry, football. He was with Manchester United, and all he did the whole movie was run around beating the shit out of other football players.
I love that guy.
It was great. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
He's good at everything, and like, I'm gonna make this comparison, and Chad, like, you'll completely agree. And even though I made this comparison before, Eurotrip is like Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
No, I had way more fun with this than Revenge of the Fallen.
No, I mean, like, in the sense that this movie's just dumb, and you're here to watch like shit blow up, or.
I'll agree on a certain level, but
yeah.
I'd still like. I wouldn't say this was I'd put something like Scary Movie 2 on the level of like Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen or something, where it's like so dumb you just laugh with it. Like this one, I mean, like we said, it is a shallow plot, but I mean, at the same time, it's like I'm rooting for Scotty the whole time. It's like, dude, I want you to get Mika. It's like they had a real connection, and when he thought that she was a guy coming onto him who wanted to just come to America and have sex with him, he freaked out, and it's like, oh shit, she's actually a hot girl. So it's kind of like, okay, you're kind of a dick, but it's like I was rooting for Scotty the whole time. I'm like, get the girl, man, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I love that mini subplot where it turns out that his best friend left his job.
Oh yeah, the whole movie takes place like right after graduation, and Cooper got a job at a law firm, and he didn't bother telling them that he was going to Europe, so they still kept him employed. And the whole movie, every 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so of the movie, his boss calls him and asks him a question, and he's like, yeah, I'll tell what's his face to get right on it. I'll make sure it's taken care of. At the end of the movie, the other guy got fired and Cooper got a raise. There you go. That alone tells you what kind of movie this is.
Yeah.
Cooper was in Europe all summer. He got somebody else fired and he got a promotion. I mean, that tells you the level of stupidity that this film is. But like I said, I thought it was funny, and if you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest give it a watch. Like we said, grab some of your buddies, grab a drink or two, kick back, relax, have some fun, and be ready for some laughs. That's all this movie is to me.
Yeah, same here. It's just like it's a movie that you're just here to laugh at the dumb jokes, and sometimes it's all you need. Like I love like the deep films as much as the next dude, but sometimes you just really want to crack a beer and just watch something stupid, and
that's exactly what this is.
That's exactly what this is. Yeah.
So guys, that wraps it up. Have you seen it? If not, go watch it. If you've seen it, tell us below what you thought. Did you find it funny? Did you find it stupid? Hey, to each their own. But otherwise, guys, thanks for listening into this review. I'm Chad. Have a good night.
And I'm Santino. Have a good day, guys.